Go ahead and open up Content-Aware Move.psd in your working folder. So far in our evolution, if you will, of learning about selection, we have dealt with a lot of dotted lines. We call those crawling ant marquees. And that is a good way to make a selection, but obviously it's not the only way. Now look at this image. I want to enhance the sky, but that's not the only place that sky color is. It's over here peeking out of the tree right there, if you can see that. And it is reflecting a bit off this water down here. I want to select all those areas. So I would suggest go to the word select and go down to color range. Now in color range, you have sample colors. That's what we want. But you can pick a particular color if you think that suits your purpose. You can even go into things like skin tones and out of gamut colors. We'll leave that on sample. We can take the first click, the first sample, by going into the image up here or down here, doesn't matter. Go ahead and click up here. And it begins selecting that area. Now, it's selecting other things. We'll deal with that in a minute. I need more than that. I need this area to be all white. So what I'm going to do is, number one, I'm going to change the fuzziness. Fuzziness is somewhat like tolerance, like the magic wand. Just think of it this way. If you increase fuzziness, it selects more based on where you clicked. If you decrease it, it selects less. We need more. I'm going to crank that up to about 74, 75, somewhere around that number. I can get any number but the number I want. I'll leave it at 76. Now I need more. So down here, you have a plus eyedropper and a negative. The plus means add more. The negative means take away. We need more. Click this one. Now I can do it here, or I can do it up here. But it's easier here because I want to click in the gray areas. Just like that. Now I'm getting a lot of this. We'll worry about that in a second. But I got the reflected waters down here. I think I'm okay. Click OK. These areas I don't want. This area I want, and that area I want. How do you get rid of this? Pick up your lasso, hold down the Alt key, which means take away, and draw a circle around the areas you don't want anymore. I've got the sky. I've got the sky peeking out here and there, and I got the reflection on the water down here. I'm happy. Now let's do this. In Layers, go into the half moon icon, choose something aggressive, maybe like hue and saturation. And, well, see what you can do. Now we can change the saturation, but notice it's changing it in both places, up there and down here. Now let's go ahead and stop, and let's delete that layer and start again. Let's say that we don't want anything but the chunk of sky up there and maybe where it's peeking through the tree. So we could select and then use that Alt trick with the lasso. But here's another way you can do this. You can control what happens in color range by making a selection up front. If I come here and pick up my rectangular marquee and get right about here and do this just over the treetops, now if I go to select in color range, I'm only working in this one area right here. Get what I want, click OK, there it is. One more way to make selections would be to select by color range. But again, it depends on the image.